guys, welcome to another video. Today's going to be something a little bit different. I wanted to do sort of like a vlog style kind of video. As you can see, I've literally just got out of the bath. I've got not an ounce of makeup on my face. I'm in my pyjamas. I'm in bed. Having a bit of like a off day, I suppose, because time of the month. I'm feeling a little bit emotional. I'm just feeling a little bit like down and a bit like off it. So I kind of wanted to talk through the things that kind of like help me, my sort of top tips for good mental well-being, things that I use on days like this when I need that little bit of extra support, things that sort of help me get through the day. And these are things that like I either figured out myself or that people have like recommended to me, which I'll sort of talk through as I go along. But hopefully some of these tips will kind of help you guys when you're having like really bad days. These are things I've tried and tested quite a lot of things over the years, and these are my top 10 things that I feel like could really help you. So the first one that I actually use is the 5-minute rule. I don't know if anybody's like heard of this or whether you actually use this or not, but studies have shown if you do something for 5 minutes, you're more likely to actually keep doing it. And I think when you're down, the biggest thing is like motivation, not having the energy to actually do anything. But I find that if I just tell myself, look, 5 minutes, I can do something for 5 minutes, set a timer on your phone, decide what it is. It might be, right, 5 minutes I'm going to clean my bedroom, 5 minutes I'm going to do some pampering and some self-care, 5 minutes I'm going to make myself something to eat, which I don't normally do. I'm going to cook something or whatever. Set that timer for 5 minutes and be like, right, when that timer's done, I don't have to do it anymore. That's it. And you'll find that actually after that 5 minutes, you'll want to kind of carry on, because you feel like you've actually done something really productive, and it is kind of like motivating as you go along. Cause you're like, I've done something for 5 minutes, like that's a big step for me. And most of the time you'll kind of carry on because you felt the benefits, you felt that satisfaction that you've managed to do something, you felt really positive that you've actually managed to do it. You can do it no matter what your brain kind of tells you. And I find that a really useful tool, especially on days when I'm literally just, all I want to do is just lay in bed. I've got no motivation whatsoever, can't even bring myself to get up to like make a sandwich or whatever. I'm like, Lois, it's 5 minutes. It is 5 minutes out of your day. You can do something for 5 minutes. If after that 5 minutes you're like, no, do you know what, I've done 5 minutes, I really can't do anymore, then go back to bed if that's what you want to do, but you've done something. 5 minutes is better than nothing. It is a small step forwards. That's the biggest thing. Do something small every single day. 5 minutes out of 24 hours is not a lot. 5 minutes is an easy little snippet of time to do something that you need to do. And I think it's a really good rule, because I've used this quite a lot, and actually I've done something for 5 minutes, I've really enjoyed it, and then I'm like, right, I'll do something else for 5 minutes, and then something else for 5 minutes. Before I know it, I've been up and about and doing things for 2 hours, and I've been really productive. And then actually, if I do go back to bed, I think, you know what, I've done so much, I don't actually mind that, like, I don't feel bad for going back to bed 2 hours later. So I would definitely try that, give it a go. And see how you feel. That definitely worked for me, and hopefully that might work for you as well. Second thing is keep a mood diary. There's lots of apps online where you can actually just track your mood every day, and say why. It gives you, it lets you like track your triggers and like how you've been feeling during the day and why that might be, whether you worse in the morning or worse at night, or you know, there's all these different like contributing factors to your mental health. So you could use apps, you could write it down somewhere, just like in an actual diary, just track it in your notes on your phone, something like this, like filming yourself every day, and talking about it. I'm literally just talking to my phone, like I don't use a camera, I just use my phone. I'm literally just talking to my phone right now, and it's really helpful because it's getting it like off my chest. So I definitely think keeping a mood diary because it's a really good idea, because you can look back, you can say, right, that day I was down because of work, or that day I was down because I had some bad news, or I was down because I was anxious about something coming up, or you know, you can really kind of pinpoint the things that are triggering your mental health. And the days where you're having good days, you can be like, well, why did I have a good day? What did I do that day? So make sure to track like the things that you've done or the things that have happened, as well as just tracking with like how you feel. Because you could be like, right, that day I felt really good and I did A, B and C. So maybe on my bad days, if I do A, B and C, I might actually turn it into a good day. And it's easy then to kind of figure out what works for you, what doesn't work, what improves your mental health, what drastically like reduces your mental health. And keeping that kind of track of it allows you to take control of it. And I think that's the biggest thing for me, like with my mental health, when it's bad, I feel out of control and I don't like it. So the days I can do that and I can feel in control, you feel so much better. I like the feeling of being in control of it, because I don't like to feel like it's swallowing me whole. I like to feel like, you know what, I'm fighting this. I'm fighting it every day, and I'm actually doing things that are working, and I'm finally regaining that control, and it feels like really positive. And I feel like something like a mood diary or documenting your experiences is something that's really useful. So that's number 2. Number 3 is meditation and mindfulness. I've done this a few times. There's some guided meditations online, read up about it. Just taking time out of your day, even just some breathing, anything where you can just sit for 5 minutes, take control of your body, sit, breathe. All you have to do is breathe in, hold it, and breathe out. Just keep doing it. Just clear your mind and just like think about your body, think about how your hands feel on your body, think about the way you sat, you know, that your posture. Just think about anything other than these kind of thoughts that are in your head. 5 minutes just sat in a room and focusing on your breathing really makes such a huge difference to like your daily life. I've done it a lot. I even did it at my slimming group last week, because your mindset affects every decision that you make during the day. I know that like say with like my weight and everything, when my mental health is worse, I generally tend to eat more, because I'm in like a diet mindset, and then when I'm in that mindset, like food kind of makes me feel better in a sense. But like when I'm in a good mindset, like food doesn't really bother me in a sense. Like I'm not like craving junk food and sweet things and like all these bad things for me that sort of make me feel better on my bad days. So mindset is a key part, and definitely spending some time, just have a look online, have a look at different types of meditation and mindfulness. There might even be classes you can attend in your local area. Like I said, there's guided meditations online, there's apps you can look at, there's lots of other things. So I might even do sort of a video separately and actually do like a guided meditation for you. So you could just put the video on. I don't know if I have the most soothing voice, but I could actually do like a guided meditation if that's helpful. So if you want to see that, then just comment down below, and I could maybe do that in the future. So kind of in connection to that, number 4 is apps and kind of resources available, so utilize them as much as possible. The really good apps are Headspace, Calm and Mood Tracker. They're the 3 that I really like. Headspace and Calm are more based around meditation and mindfulness and breathing, and all these kind of useful tools. Obviously Mood Tracker is like a mood diary, so you can track like how you're feeling. There's also a really good resource called Hub of Hope, which I was told about when I did the safe space with Dan from Birth Tomorrow, if you remember when I talked about it in a previous video. And that's like a mental health database where you can find like mental health services and different resources and different providers in your local area and online. So if you're kind of in a position where you're stuck, you've tried a GP or you've tried all these different things and you're not sure kind of where to go, try Hub of Hope. I think it's just hubofhope.co.uk. Type it in, put your postcode in, have a look at what's in your area, and hopefully that might be a really good resource to help you kind of move forward on to the next step. One really big thing for me actually is YouTube. Obviously I'm on this platform now, which is really great. There's surely like other content creators like myself who make mental health videos. I know there's a lot of people who like mental health people who have talked about mental health. You know, there's a lot of the big kind of content creators that you're used to hearing about. They've made videos about mental health. I know a lot of people that I watch who talk about mental health. There's plenty of people out there if you just type in kind of the things you want to watch. Things like TED Talks and things based around people talking about their experiences, talking about it from a scientific point of view and like kind of like a biological point of view. Just and giving you like the knowledge and understanding around your illness is really, really useful. Knowing you're not alone is a big part. And actually one of my new discoveries, it's something that an old friend of mine actually from watching my videos recommended me, and it's ASMR, and I've found it really useful. On nights where I'm struggling to sleep, I just put it on in the background and it's so soothing. I'd spent like 4 or 5 hours like trying to sleep, couldn't sleep. Literally I put this little bit of ASMR on and then within like 5 minutes I'd fallen asleep. I'll link like a couple of my favourites in the description for you to try. But honestly, like listening to ASMR has actually changed my life. It's really, really relaxing, really soothing. Like I said, it especially helps me with sleep, but there's specific ASMR videos for anxiety, for panic attacks. So if you're in like you're in a crisis kind of state, get someone to put you one of these on. Because I assure you that these are super helpful in terms of just bringing your body back down to kind of its baseline, back to normality, and just allowing you to breathe and take that time to like calm yourself down. They're so useful. I really, really find them useful. 5 is music. Music is the biggest thing for me. I have music on 24/7. Everything I'm doing, as soon as I wake up, like as soon as I'm getting ready and getting dressed, music, brushing my teeth, music, getting in the bath, music, making myself a sandwich, music, like whenever I'm out and about and I'm walking somewhere, music, like anytime I'm actually doing any kind of activity, I have music on because it distracts me from what's in my head. If I put my earphones in, I'm listening to one of my favourite songs, my mind's not on overdrive because I'm focusing on the song. Listen to the lyrics, sit and listen to the drums in the background, to the guitar, listen to the lyrics, break down the song, sit and dissect it and just enjoy it. Music is probably the thing that helps me the most because it's so easily accessible. Just put on Spotify, put my earphones in, and it takes me away. It takes me to like a different world. It takes me away from what's going on. It's kind of like my saviour in a sense. I have a lot of bands. There's a lot of like bands that sing about mental health and the lyrics are quite dark in some respects. So I like songs I can really relate to and that I listen to it and I'm like, yeah, that's exactly how I feel. And you're kind of like, well, if they're singing about it, then they're going through it as well. So that's kind of side of things that help me. So like I said, I think I spoke about it on previous videos. I listen to a lot of like heavy metal because I know a lot of people can't like listen to that kind of stuff, and that's fine. You listen to whatever you like, but that music is so meaningful and the lyrics are so dark and so truthful that they really do kind of help me. But there's like playlists on Spotify and things where they're just relaxing, just really soft tones, really like just kind of quiet sort of really relaxing songs. You can listen to something upbeat if that's what you need. You know, there's that many different genres of music that you can kind of pick whatever works for you. So if you're not really an avid music listener, I would give it a go. Music is one of the most incredible things, and going to gigs is a real like thing for me, because you're in this room connected by all these people who listen to the same music you do. And I think I can speak for anyone who goes to heavy metal gigs, and for people who don't. I know like a lot of people who listen to heavy metal like feel like they don't fit in, which is what happens to me. And you just feel connected. You're in this room and you're like, all these people are here for this band. We have this connection. I fit in because all these people like the same music I do. We're all here for this one band, and it really changes your perspective on it. So gigs are a massive thing for me. Finding a safe space. For me, like when I was struggling, I was living away from home, and my safe space was always my mum's house. I always felt better when I was at home with my mum. I think it's just because I knew that there was someone there. My mum was someone I could talk to. I had so many less worries when I was at home, and I could just kind of, it was like I was taking myself out of this really kind of toxic environment, putting myself into a different environment, and literally all my worries were gone because I weren't in that toxic environment. An environment is such a huge part of your mental health, because if you're in the same environment that causes you stress and anxiety, you're never ever going to be able to get yourself out of that state of mind, because you're going to be constantly in that environment, which is affecting your mental health. So you're battling with yourself constantly because you want to improve your mental health, but you're not actually getting yourself out of the environment that's affecting your mental health. And that's the position that I was in. I couldn't improve my mental health because I couldn't get out of the environment that I was in. And now that I've kind of taken myself away from that environment, my mental health has improved drastically in the last few weeks. Find your safe space. Like I said, it could be your parents' house, your friend's house, your partner's house. It could be your car. It could be the lake near your house. You know, anywhere that you can go and you can feel safe and secure and calm and collected is such a useful tool, because you know, like, I'm not feeling great at the moment. I can go to that place and I know that that place will make me feel a hell of a lot better. And there I can gather my thoughts, reevaluate, and start afresh. And I think that's key. Knowing that some of your environments are toxic and being able to remove yourself from them will make such a huge difference. Honestly, changing my environment has been the biggest factor in how my mental health has improved recently. So just think about it. You might not have even realised that one of your environments is toxic, but just give it a second thought. Sometimes when you're in an environment and you find your stomach's churning, you're starting to feel anxious, your mood like drops, think why is that environment toxic? And if you can change it, do, because you'll find that it does help. And kind of coming on to that, I want to talk about not beating yourself up. That's another tip. If you're having a bad day, doesn't matter. Everyone has bad days. Everyone on this planet has bad days. No one on this planet is immune to mental health. They might not be, like, it might not be a debilitating condition for them. It might not be an illness to them. But everyone on this planet has bad days. Whether you've heard some bad news, you're stressed at work, you've had a bad, your relationship's on the rocks at the minute, you lose a member of your family, or you lose a pet, you argue with your friend, you argue with your partner. There's all these factors that mean that you could have a bad day. So if you're someone that's, right, you're like, I'm having a bad day, I just want to crawl into bed, not come out, do it. See how you feel when you wake up the next day. Do not beat yourself up for having a bad day. We all have them. As long as you're not having more bad days than good days, it is fine. When you're having more bad days than good, that's the time to intervene. That's the time to go to your GP. That's the time to talk to somebody about it. That's the time to get help. But even now where I feel like I'm doing a lot better, I still have bad days, but I know that it will get better. I know that I might be having a bad day today, but tomorrow could be a really good day, and you just have to look for those good days. Sometimes the bad days are useful. It's useful to work out how you're feeling, why you're feeling that way. Know that you're feeling something. So many times I felt numb and actually just wanted to feel something, anything at all. And we're human, we have feelings, it's part of it. So don't worry about having a bad day. Take some time to yourself, work out how you're feeling, why you're feeling it, work out what works for you on that day and do it. And wake up tomorrow in a more positive mindset. That little bit of rest and recuperation, that day in bed, could really help. I think we need to be kinder to ourselves. We're too hard on ourselves about these things, and you've just got to be kind to yourself about it. Don't be so harsh on yourself. I know it's hard, but don't be so hard on yourself about it. You're suffering from an illness, same as everybody else. You wouldn't beat yourself up that you'd broken your leg. You would just go through all the physio, do your time with the cast, and then you'd work on your physio and you'd get yourself better. So why is mental health kind of any different in that respect? It's always worth thinking about. Okay, so that's 6. So number 7, pampering and self-care. Take a bath, do a face mask, pluck your eyebrows, go and have some eyelashes done, go and have your nails done, go and get your hair done. Anything, paint your own nails, I don't know. Anything that kind of makes you feel better. I always like a bath. I like to do my skincare. I like to do my eyebrows and that, and then just relax. I like things from Lush, anything with like a chamomile or lavender scent really help because they're soothing, calming scents. Lush has got a really huge range of things with lavender and chamomile in, which are really good. They have like a spray that you can put on your bed to help you sleep. There's all these companies that do sort of similar things. Get in a bath and have a bath bomb. Get your dressing gown on. Go and get a hot chocolate and just sit and watch a show that you enjoy. Friends is always my thing. Get a bath, do my skincare, put a face mask on, comfy pyjamas, dressing gown, go and get a hot chocolate, go and watch Friends, and I'm in a happy place and I feel so much better. But self-care, like I said, isn't just about the things that you do, you know, eating well, kind of drinking plenty of water, like I said, pampering yourself, etc. Self-care is about taking that time. Go back to your meditation and mindfulness. Take that 5 minutes out of your day to go and do some breathing and do some meditation and mindfulness exercises. Take that 10 minutes to go and watch the ASMR video that really helps you. It all connects in, and it's not just when people say, oh, self-care, it's not just about, like, I know I'm recommending you to have a bath and stuff, which are things that I find useful, but self-care isn't just about having a bath, and it's about taking time for yourself, looking after yourself, doing things that work for you, doing things that make you feel better. So any form of self-care is always going to be useful. Hobbies and interests. Do the things that you enjoy. My biggest thing has always been baking. I love baking. I put my music on, I crack on. I love being creative, so baking's a really good thing for that. And I love like giving it to people and then them really enjoying it. There's so much pleasure and satisfaction from it. YouTube's another thing that, like, it's a new hobby for me that I really enjoy. It's given me a structure because I know I have to upload every Friday, so I know I have to film and edit, do a thumbnail, replying to comments and likes and people DMing me and all that kind of stuff. So that's given me a purpose, it's given me a structure. Do the things that you love and enjoy, because they're going to be the ones that bring you some enjoyment. I know, like, with mental health, we lose kind of interest in the things that we enjoy. But like I said, use the 5-minute rule and do the thing that you enjoy for 5 minutes. See how it makes you feel. And you'll probably find that you just end up doing the thing you enjoy anyway. And it helps dramatically. And I know it's hard sometimes when you see that thing that you want to do and you just can't bring yourself to do it. But like I said, 5 minutes, go and try it. Try your hardest to do the things that you enjoy. The thing you enjoy might be something like, I don't know, I'm going to come back to Friends. Watch an episode of Friends. If that's the thing that you enjoy, watch an episode of Friends. Easy done. And see how it makes you feel afterwards. You might even want to try a new hobby. Something you might want to, I don't know, try knitting or card making from home, or YouTube, for example, is something that's easy to kind of just do from home if you're not someone that wants to kind of go outside or whatever. Find out if you don't have a hobby or an interest. Find out, Google stuff, talk to people, find things that you like, that you're passionate about, that you enjoy. There's got to be something that you like and that you're passionate about. So definitely give those a try. Find out what you enjoy. And the last two I think are really important. The second to last one is social media. Social media really impacts on our mental health, 100%. Take control of what you're doing on social media. There's been a really good video released by Young Minds. I would definitely recommend you checking it out, and it's based around taking control of your feed, going through your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, getting rid of the people that affect your mental health. Are you looking at people and feeling angry, feeling stressed, feeling jealous is a big thing, wanting to be that person, wishing you were them? Is that useful to you? Probably not, because you're constantly comparing yourself to other people, or it's something that's making you anxious every time you look online. And being online is a big part of us these days. Everyone's online, but people only portray what they want you to see online. People portray, oh, I bought this really expensive thing, or I went on this really, really nice holiday. It doesn't show you that that designer thing is fake, or that, you know, they sold drugs to get it or whatever. That holiday was something that was given to them. They didn't pay for it, or actually they didn't enjoy that holiday. The family had a big argument while they were on holiday, and they've come back and those two people have split up. You know, people post selfies online where they've edited it that much. You know, they've edited the shape of their body, they've edited their face. All these people putting makeup on, completely edited. You can, Soph Nails, or Soph's Life Now, did a really good video on how she could edit a full face of makeup onto herself. And it's, you just don't know how much people's photos edited these days. It's easy to get like bogged down with, oh, look at her on Instagram, I don't look like her, I'll never look like her. And this is where body dysmorphia and eating disorder start, because you're comparing yourself to these skinny people with big boobs and a small waist and a big bum and perfect skin and beautiful hair and all these things, and you think, do you know what, that person has eyelashes on all the time, constantly has their nails done, constantly has their eyebrows done, constantly has hair extensions in. Them boobs are probably fake. They could have had bum implants or all this surgery kind of done. They've had the lips done, and it's like, and people, you can even have like your cheeks done and your jawline kind of carved out and all these things to change yourself. People having Botox and all these things, and you just don't know what's real anymore. And I think it's very easy to compare yourself to someone when you think, oh God, I'd love to look like them. But would you? We're all individual, we're all unique. There's no one on this planet like you. You have to embrace the fact that you are you. You are unique. And, you know, all this surgery in the world, would it make you happy to look like that? No. People are always searching for this idealistic view of beauty. And beauty is like subjective. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You know, everyone finds something different beautiful. what I see as beautiful is different to what you find, like what you see as beautiful. We all have different types of people we find attractive. I'm not someone that likes the Love Island look. I'm not a fan of fillers and having your lips done. I've had my eyelashes done and stuff, but that makes me feel better. I wouldn't have surgery or anything like that. I don't like the guys with six packs and muscles and, you know, fake teeth and all that kind of, you know, fake tan and all that kind of stuff. That's not my type in a guy. And I know I'm plus size. Some people like plus size girls, and that's fine. Some people don't like plus size girls, and that's also fine. We all have a type. Beauty is different to everybody. So try not to bog yourself down with people on social media. Come off it for a while if that helps. Unfollow people on social media if they're not helping you, or block them for a little while. You know, social media is a big part of life, so you have to take control of what you're looking at and what's affecting your mental health. And the final thing is talk about how you're feeling. I cannot stress that enough. I cannot tell you enough to talk about how you're feeling. It is the biggest thing that is going to help. Talking about how you're feeling is the biggest step you can take in terms of taking control of your mental health. Your brain is going to tell you that people don't want to listen, people don't want to know, that you're just going to be like putting all your stuff onto them and they don't need that in their life right now, but people will listen to you. Please say how you're feeling. Too many people are taking their lives because they couldn't tell someone how they were feeling and couldn't express how they were feeling. Check in on people. You don't know what's going on. Saying just how are you to someone, that might give them the opportunity to open up and talk about how they're feeling. We all have a duty of care to ensure other people's mental well-being. It doesn't take much, just text someone. It takes seconds to just say, how are you today? How are you feeling? Is there anything you need to talk about? Is there anything you want to get off your chest? Are you struggling at the moment, or are you okay? Even my little sister's school now, when you go in the morning, you put your name under the headings, and the headings are like, my mental health's bad, I'm struggling today, or today I need a little bit more help, or, you know, today I'm happy and I'm fine. And there's all these little headings. You put your name under it. If your name's under the, you know, I'm struggling today, I need help, you get the help that you need. And I think, and she's 6, and that's giving them an understanding that we don't always feel happy all the time. And there are days where we are down and we are struggling, and that there's help out there that you, if you tell someone that that's how you're feeling, then there's someone there to give you that help and that support. And that's what we should be teaching our young people. So I don't think it's ever too early to talk to people. I've talked to my little sister who's 6 about my depression. She understands that I just tell that my head gets sad, and sometimes that I get sad for no reason, but that I'm getting better because I have her and I have my mum and I have people in my family that I can talk to about it. She understands that if she's feeling down, she can talk to us and she can talk to people at school, and that if she's worried about something, she tells us. And that's something that from the age of 6 has been ingrained in her. So she will grow up knowing that it's good to talk about these kind of things. And I think that's the biggest message we can send, is talk about it, open up, and just open that line of communication with people. People, if you've noticed someone's not been talking as much, send them a text. If you've noticed that someone hasn't been out for a while, message them and say, let's go and get a coffee. Help everyone, help other people, and other people will help you. It's the biggest thing we can do, is just being kinder to other people and allowing them to have a safe space to open up. So yeah, those are my top 10 tips for mental well-being. These are things that obviously over the last few weeks and months, have kind of really helped me. If you find any of these useful, then I am incredibly happy. If they do, let me know what works, and also let me know if there's anything that I haven't mentioned that really works for you, because people will read the comments and can always just say, well, that's another one thing that I can try. I will be going back to the mental health content. Obviously this is the start. I do have one more haul video, but I think I might just put that up as like an extra kind of video and stick to the mental health content now for a while. I kind of went off piece, trying to find my niche and my kind of style and where I want to see the channel going. I'm still kind of experimenting and trying new things, but the mental health stuff is coming back. So if that's why you're subscribed, then you'll be happy to know that it is back. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you want to see more mental health content, then please subscribe to my channel. I would love it if you did. Give it a like, comment, follow my social media, which is always in the description. I will leave links to a few things in the description, like Hub of Hope, a couple of the ASMR videos, the apps, hints and tips, and leave you some things in the description. So yeah, hopefully you found this useful. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next Friday. Thank you. Goodbye.